Hello, this video is just going to provide a brief introduction to Google Apps. Google Apps is an extremely valuable resource in the classroom. So first of all, what are Google Apps? I mean, this is an ever-expanding list of things actually because they're constantly adding resources, but basically Google Apps, they're web-based applications, and this provides many benefits. That means that they can be accessed through a web browser. With Google Apps, they're often collaborative and can be shared with others, which means that often multiple users can edit the same file at the same time. When I talk about files, there are all different types of files available to you with Google Apps or under Google Docs. You can create a word processing file, a presentation file similar to PowerPoint, spreadsheets, drawings. There's also Google Forms, which allows you to create a survey, and the data is saved in the form of a spreadsheet. So students don't need to have the software on the computer. They don't need to download anything. Everything is accessed through a web browser. Now, if you look at this is an example of a Google form embedded in a wiki page, and I use this for my online courses just to arrange a time when we can meet online at the same time. And it's a really great resource. So it's basically a data collection tool with different types of survey questions, and what's nice is that the data is collected and stored in the form of an electronic spreadsheet that can be brought into Excel. There's also a summary view in which there are graphic displays of the data or your results from your survey or form. Another example of a type of Google application is just a word processing document, and I used this in one of my classrooms with a jigsaw activity in which students were given, they had to become an expert on a topic, and the information that they collected and shared, the final product, was put in the form of a newsletter, so they each had a section that to share, to report on. And it worked so well, actually, that when they did their own lesson plans, there have been a couple of groups that took up this same example. So it's a nice way to share, for students to share information and to build something together. And this same Word document could be exported as a Word document, PDF, or as a web page that can be viewed by people online. Now, I've talked to you previously about blogs, and one of the things you really do need when keeping track of blogs is some sort of reader that will bring that information to your door. It's just like a magazine subscription that comes to your door rather than you having to go out to the store and buy it. So in my home page for Google Reader, I've subscribed to the Read Write Web, and I've subscribed to the blog that I am working on right now. I use NetVibes, which is an alternative type of RSS reader, but because so many things are available to you through Google, it's nice to have everything in one place for your students, especially if you're using Google Apps. I'm going to exit this for just a second and just show you how you would add a blog to your Google Reader page. So this is my page where I am following different blogs, different sites, because anything that has an RSS icon can be followed with your reader. And one of the blogs that I suggested in the resource page for my blog, Technology Integration, was The Never Ending Search by Joyce Valencia. I found multiple resources from her blog, and all you need to do, especially with blogs, which all have RSS feeds, is to copy the URL, go to your reader, click on Add a Subscription, paste the URL. Some web pages, instead of getting the URL of the page, you'll need to get the RS. If you can see, this page has a orange icon at the top. You would click on that to get the correct URL to add the feed, and then click on Add. Okay, and this is my list view of all my blog feeds, and you can see it'll show the title and a few lines of a couple lines of the first paragraph, and then I could also look at it in an expanded view to see more. But that's a reader that will help you follow blogs that you're interested in, or for example, when I use NetVibes, I create a separate tab, or if you're using Google Reader, you could create probably a separate folder and put all your student blogs in that folder to follow. Add them there so they're all in one place, and now